and for a meeting. And while I was there, I went to this Indian restaurant, and I ordered food. And this chef came out and wanted to know whether I was a chef because of the order of the food that came out from the kitchen. So I've always not ate healthy. And I'll tell you something that I did. On occasion, I'll sneak in some salads. And I felt that was good enough. And I'll tell you something quickly that probably would draw a good comparison. If you're on the back, and you have a thief in the back, and then you have 3 nuns in the back. If every shift comes up, money short in your tail. If you bring 4 more nuns in addition to the 3, and still leaves a thief in the back, every shift you'll come up short. So sneaking in the salads was not enough. That's where I realized that somehow I could get by. But I realized not quite so.
I think that's all of us. We pretty much do everything the wrong way in terms of eating. And we sneak in our salads here and there, and we feel like, hey, that's been fulfilled. You know, I got the salad in. So that's something I think all of us do.
Yeah, so I'll even text my wife pictures on the road just to let her know that I got a little salad. After I'd eaten, 3 carnita tacos, 4 al pastos, had 2 tripas, and a menudo soup. After all of that, I'll send in the picture
of the salad.
Of the salad. I grill for everybody. If you come to my home, people come to visit. They take trips from the woodlands. They call me the suya master. I mean, I can do stuff with this animal products. So that's why I am. And I think most of you can relate. I mean, there's some meat eaters in this house. And so I'm no different. So I told a few friends that if I can embark on this journey, I think most of us can, but that will come down the line.
So what got you started on this path?
So the weekend of September 15th and 16th, I think it was a true revelation for me. I was going out to LA to visit my cousin. It was a physician that has been incarcerated for some reasons, and I didn't want to go. I struggled to go, but God somehow wanted me to take this journey. I met a friend of mine who is a good friend, another foodie, and restaurants in LA was our spot. We had this Nigerian restaurant in LA, and we get the ishiu, the good head. And we can consume, I mean, it's $50 a go ahead, but we will order 3 ishiu. And me and Dimiji would sit down, and my wife is sitting, she's laughing because she will watch us as we eat, take our shirts off, and still be eating. That's what we did. But when I went to see Dimiji told me that the doctor said, listen to me carefully, that if he doesn't change the way he eats, he won't be around much longer. That was very difficult for me to digest and understand. What do you mean the doctor said something like that? You're 42 years old. You're not a big guy, to say the least. I mean, you're average size. But what I realized as we begin to talk, it's not cosmetically what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside that you can't see. I can see the outside, and there's something broken. I can fix it. But somehow, it's what's on the inside. So Dimitri said, hey, Igwe, I said, Chief, where are we going? He said, well, don't worry about it. We're going to this new place. So we ended up in Newport Beach, a place called Cafe Gratitude. I said, Cafe Gratitude? What are we going to be doing in here?
Sounds boring, huh?
Yeah. So we walked in there. I'm looking at the menu. Sunday afternoon brunch. I'm looking for some pork belly. I'm looking around and see whether they had any pork chop. Some steak. There was no steak, no eggs, no on the menu. So I looked at him. I'm like, is this a trick? Or, they're showing TV, you've been pumped? I thought, what's going on? Well, Demetri said this is probably what we need to do. So I like curry, Indian curry.
Yes.
So I looked at the menu and they had Indian curry. They brought my Indian curry, had chickpeas, they had Asian grains, sweet potato. I ate it. I was full. It was good. So I said, okay, this is not too bad. But that restaurant's significance was every time you take a bite of that wholesome plant-based nutrition, your body says, thank you. Thank you for not torturing me with all the saturated fat from animal products. Your body says, thank you for putting the right type of fuel in this body. Amen. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So as I sat on the plane on September the 18th, Monday morning, I began to think about God saying that if we lack the knowledge, if we don't have the resources, we will perish. Then God talks about, I wish above all that you will be in good health. Your soul should prosper. God has spoken that into our lives.
Amen. Amen.
And I believe that you can't serve God if you're broken. If I call you to pray and your knees are hurting, you can't even get on your knees.
Yeah.
It was God's design for us to be in good health.
Amen.
Not to be broken. So that's what made me think about, man, it's time to make some adjustments.
Amen.
So on my way on the plane, I decided I was going to talk to my wife, but I said, no, I'll wait till I get home. So once I got home, I told my wife, and she said, there you go again. Every week, you come up with a new
Something new.
Every week, it's something else. Sugar detox, this detox, paleo and paleo and that and that. You come up with all kinds of stuff. So she's looking at me funny. We even actually got into a little rigorous exchange of ideas. She said, so what are you going to eat? I said, it has to be close to the source. I'm not going to touch anything that is not close to the source. So I decided I was going to give myself 30 days.
Wow.
That's all I decided I was going to do, 30 days. And, I'm a car guy. So every analogy, I like to use automobiles, because that's what I've done for 20 years. If you own a Bentley Continental GT, it requires, right, that you put in what kind of gasoline? What, premium? So you can't do 87? Okay. 87 will work, right? All right. You need premium. Can you just put 1020 oil from AutoZone, or what type of oil do you need to put in that automobile? Synthetic. Because if you put the wrong gasoline, what will happen to that engine? Over time, it will duck. And over time, it's going to cost you. This vessel is premium.
Amen. Amen.
It's a borrowed vessel from God.
Amen.
And it belongs to Him.
Amen.
It's premium. If you want to operate at optimal levels, the right gasoline has to be put in.
Yes.
Amen. 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 And this is just a side note, but being of West African descent, every time I speak with friends, they assume that's our diet. They assume that we have really, really good diet. And I usually don't even have the strength to tell the truth. I just go with it like, we do a lot of plant-based foods, And I'm thinking, wow, no, we don't. We load up on the carbohydrates and the meats, fried foods, we're there, So we really need to go back to basics because somehow culturally we've adopted some diets that are not healthy for us at all.
Now you watch the clip and you talk about a Western diet, and the comparison was drawn between Japan and China and how they ate. And I read an article in the Second World War, as Adolf Hitler was taking over Europe. Norway lost all its cattle. Norway had tremendous amount of cancer in the time period in the 1948s. And they lost all their cattle, right? And Adolf Hitler took it so he can feed his soldiers. When the cattle was taken away, cancer rates dropped. After the World War, when they got their cattle back, the cancer rates went back up. So I tell you, it's in the food we eat. I've never been this dialed in and focused with energy. My kids will tell you, there's one sitting right down there. He said, hey, now you play with us outside for more than 30 minutes now. He tells me, hey, we're going up the stairs, and now you're not holding the rail anymore.
Oh, you got the energy.
Then he said, by the way, when we're walking up the stairs, I don't have to go sideways around you. We both can climb the stairs together. Amen. Things little kids will notice. Things I never even thought of. No. But it's in the consumption of what we put in this premium body. It's a vessel that has to operate optimal levels, is designed for plant-based nutrition.
Amen. So why plant-based nutrition, and how has it made an impact?
So eating, people want to label, and you talk to people, they want to give you a name, and I tell people I'm not an activist. I'm not anybody that is campaigning for anything. What I'm doing is what I've discovered that has transformed who I am and changed my perspective on life. And plant-based foods are wholesome, right? Unprocessed, such as vegetables, fruits, beans, lentils, seeds, grains, small amounts of unprocessed plant foods. It doesn't include any animal products such as meat, poultry, fish, dairy, eggs. It does not include processed foods like oils and sweets. And you can eat a lot of that, and you weigh less. You'll get to a healthy weight. I'm sitting here, and I'm at a weight that the last time I saw that on the scale was when I was in high school. I mean, it's amazing what the impact has had in my life. Tremendous amount of energy.
Amen.
Tremendous amount of mental focus. I have lost today is 101 days since I got on this journey. I've lost 27 pounds. Amen. And I eat a lot. I mean, I load up on beans, lentils, quinoa, brown rice, vegetables. People seem to think that when you shift what you put in this body, one, the food doesn't taste good. That's not true. All you're taking out is the stuff I described. You season it the way you want it, like you would have done the others. You love tacos? I'm a big fan of tacos. So I take the corn tortilla, right? Mm-hmm. I've got black beans. Mm-hmm. I have some sweet pepper. Mm-hmm. I saute that with onions. I have roasted corn. It goes into my tortilla. I have some habanero sauce. Man, I'm in heaven. I'm eating well.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. So, basically, I guess for those who've been reading up, this would be the alkaline diet, which is much healthier on the cells. It gives the cells the ability to repair itself. It puts the body in the right pH zone. I think a lot of us love our meat. I'm one that likes to at least flavor, my food with some meat, and overdoing the meat puts the body in a more acidic environment, which slows down the cells from repairing itself. So This is very, very, very important to our bodies. Personally, I'm getting there. I'm not quite there. I can do like a week of eating healthy, then I'm like, okay.
So you still have some thieves in the bank.
I do. Then,
I think we may have to get rid of them.
I'm trying. Then it's like, okay, we got to do some rice. Rice is calling. Meat is calling.
Rice is fine. Eat brown rice. Eat some brown rice. I tell you what, the brown rice tastes even better.
It does.
Yeah, eat brown rice.
Yes.
Eat rice.
Yes, I've had to learn how to make it. I got to use, again, broth, something to cook it, onions, to cook it, to make it tasty for me. But it's a struggle, personally, because I'll do it for a while, and then I kind of go back. Then I'm, let's go back again. So it's back and forth for me. But what I do feel is the difference. I didn't realize I was in so much pain. It had become part of me. And most of the pain for me is abdominal. It's like you live with it for so long, you don't realize that you're in constant pain. So as I switched to more plant-based foods, I was telling my husband, I said, my goodness, I'm not in pain, and I didn't realize that I was always in pain. So after that, it's like watching the commercial for milk, and I think lactate, every time I see it, it makes me laugh because I see the rumble, 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 rumble. And I'm going, that was me all the time, but it had been me for so long that I didn't realize that, there was a lot of struggle, going on. So that's been the biggest difference. When I do eat right, everything is calm. And even my knees had been really hurting me, and I think that's when I started trying to change things. And I wouldn't say anything, even to my husband. So one day we're here at church, and he's like, someone with bad knees. So I stepped forward, and he looked at me like, what you doing here? And I was like, something I've been keeping to myself, but the knees are much better. It really does not hurt. You have issues when you're going down steps and you have to hang on because your knees are, trying to give out on you. Yeah. Amen?
Amen. So I had struggled, right? I mean, for the last 4 or 5 years, the doctor will tell me every time on my physical, go lose weight. Just get a healthy weight. BMI 28.3. Got to be under 25 to be in a healthy state. I tried. It's difficult. It's tough. I tried and tried. My blood pressure will run 137, 140, 83. I tried. They gave me some, the quick fix, which we all like. They throw you some pills. Go and take it. Hopefully that will fix it. It's not designed to fix it. It's designed to maintain it so that you can be a customer. Because that's what they want. In the industry, it's 1.6 trillion on heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. 1.6. The largest country in the world's GDP is 1.5 trillion. That's how much money is. So it's not designed. But I can tell you, I sit here today, the knees you're describing, which used to hurt, because my doctor told me, it's the soccer you've been playing all these years, is what the knees hurt. They don't hurt anymore. My blood pressure last reading was 106/66.
Amen.
So, it works. But I'm going to get into the final aspects of how it will work for you if you decide to embark on this journey. I'm a true testament. I didn't think that at this age that there was something else that was going to get me excited. But I'm excited about this plant-based nutrition. Because I'm always excited about winning souls for the kingdom. I labor in prisons. I travel all over. I want to grab men and women and children back into the kingdom of God. But this is an aspect that God has opened my eyes to, that I believe that if we stay operating optimal levels, we can do more for the kingdom.
Amen.
So I am on this bandwagon. There's a couple of things my friends will tell you about me. You catch me on the plane, you might get saved. Now you get saved and eat well.
Amen. Amen.
If you sit next to me, I got a 10-hour flight tomorrow. Somebody is going to know Jesus. And somebody is going to start in the plant-based nutrition.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. So, what would you say to help the rest of us? How do you do it? Because personally, I think in the house I had started out of necessity. Our insurance, I guess, in a good way, was really putting the pressure on those of us that needed to fix some things. Be it your blood pressure, your cholesterol, whatever it is, they give you like a counselor who calls you, and it becomes annoying because I gave them my cell phone, so you're driving. Is this a good time? And I'm thinking, it's never a good time. Let's just do this, you know. So you have to kind of tell, you know, them what you've been doing to try to, for me, it was my weight, you know, and I did this and I did that. Okay, I'll call you back next week at the same time, you know. And after a while, I just got tired because exercising was just not doing it. And what I found that it's 80-20. 80% is your diet and 20% is the exercise. And my personal issue is I don't have the time to be exercising. I mean, some people really do and can put in time. So I had to refocus myself. Yes, I still got to exercise. That's a necessity. But I can achieve it much quicker if I, you know, switch my diet.
Now, I'm so excited you mentioned that. So in 101 days, ask me how many times I've been to the gym. I love the gym, but I travel all the time. I love to go. I think I will. I'm going to sign up to go play soccer again. You know, soccer, there's some things I enjoy doing. But I've been to the gym like 5 times. There's no time. But if we put the right nutrition, it helps tremendously. So to your question, how do you get started? A couple of potential barriers that what you're going to think about. One, people say it's very expensive. Well, that's somehow I think is a fallacy and a myth. Because beans is not that much, right? Black beans.
Yeah, black beans are cheap.
Black beans are inexpensive. The farmer's market. Chickpeas, right? Lentils. Yes. Black eyed peas, not so much. I don't do black eyed peas. I do black beans. But you can do black eyed peas. You can eat beans. Eat beans. Whatever beans you love, eat the beans. Lentils. Lentils are good for you. Yeah. Seeds are good for you.
Yes.
See, somebody asked me the other day, hey, is there a quicker route to go to the fast food joint? I said, what could be the fastest? Apple is fast food. It's right there, Apple. Your fast food is banana, right there. I don't need to drive to Whataburger to go stand in line, right? The quickest one is the Apple. That's fast food. So, that's the first one. I told Pastor Dom, I travel tomorrow, but I'm willing at the end of today, the folks who are interested, my goal today is to walk away with a 30-day challenge. I want your name, I want your email, we'll create a close-knit group, and we'll work on this together. As a matter of fact, I'm even willing, if I get back on my travel, to take you grocery shopping.
Amen.
I'm serious. I'll go with you. And I will tell you if we can't read the label, we will not eat it. If it has a shelf life of 10 years, it's not designed to be in our body. I'm telling you the truth. So I am willing. It's not that expensive. That's the first myth. You will visit the store a bunch of times though. Because the vegetables
they don't last
right?
long, yeah.
Things that will last you a lifetime, not supposed to be eaten anyway. So yes, that's one. The other is, people will say convenience. It's true. It's not convenient. I went to the ball game the other day, Spurs and Rockets. We won that one. Enough the other games we lost. We won that one. And I looked in the menu, and guess what? Everything is burgers, hot dogs. But there's a shift. I found quinoa and kale salad, and I ordered that. We went to main event the other day. There was nothing in there for me. So you have to plan and be very purposeful. Plan, purposeful, discipline. I travel. So I have my one single blender in my overnight bag. In the morning, I do smoothies. When I land, I go to the grocery store. I pick some kale, some spinach, some beets, some ginger, some fruit that I like. I zap the blender in the morning. I'm good to go. I carry good snacks, nuts, berry in my backpack. You have to plan. Yeah. And you have to be purposeful. Otherwise, you'll fall for anything. If you get, last night I was so hungry coming out of downtown, and everywhere I pass is Jack in the Box, and I'm looking. I mean, everywhere I'm like this. Oh Jesus! Oh, gee, I need somebody to pray over me now, because that car may zoom through that Kentucky Fried Chicken. Boy, I was starving. But man, I had to dig through the stash. I found some almonds and some cranberries and a little sack. And I even called my wife. He said, hey, where you are? They said, Chipotle right there. Or Freebird's Burrito. I said, oh, yeah. So I made a turn. I went in there. There was brown rice, black beans, vegetables, a little tofu. I was in heaven. But you have to plan and be purposeful. And the key word is discipline. It's discipline. That's what we lack. That's what we all struggle. We all will start something, but we don't finish it. So I urge you, let's get beyond the expense. I told somebody last night, we make accommodations for other things. I'll go to the gallery and buy the $120 shoe, whatever $200 you buy. This is your body. You wouldn't spend that $150 to preserve this vessel? Yeah. Come on. Amen. You make sacrifices for other things. You won't drive another mile to go to the farmer's market? They have them right there in Sugar Land. Yeah. Every Saturday morning. Yeah. Imperial Sugar. Farmer's market. Every Saturday morning, go in there. Their vegetables are all over. And you'll be amazed the type of foods that you would explore and indulge. It's fun, man. And I'm going to list a few benefits. First is brought my family closer together. Amen. My wife and I, man, I say, what we doing today? Let's get in there. Let's explore. What we cooking? What we doing? I haven't been in the kitchen since we've been married for 15 years in a while. Now I'm in there. For the last 100 days, I'm in there. She's laughing. She says, sure, I guess I don't have to cook around here anymore. This guy gets in here and is knocking it out. It's happening. Amen. That's blood. A marriage stronger. Amen. An area that we don't even interested in. We're on this together. The next benefit, you live longer. Yes. So the 102. Yes. You'll live longer. It's a benefit. You also will get to a healthy weight. I haven't seen this weight since high school. I'm 45. High school 18, 19, 16, 14, 45 years old. I feel like now I can take anybody out there now. You bring it. It will lower your risk of developing cancer. My sister talked about it. Yes. Everybody has the cells in this body. You can make a decision to turn it off or turn it on. Plant-based nutrition shuts it off because of the alkaline. And if you keep throwing this saturated fat, you're turning it on. The other benefit is also it will slow progressions of chronic diseases. Low food cost. Did I say low food cost? Yeah. It is. I don't buy much steak anymore because when I go buy the steaks, I wanted to buy grass-fed, right? So the grass-fed, you take 2-3 pounds. You know what's happening. Now it's expensive. The chicken, they say grass-fed. The cow is supposed to eat grass. What is it supposed to eat? I mean, I'm not going to get into that. I'll leave it alone. And best of all, plant-based nutrition is tasty, it's affordable, and it's really an enjoyable way to eat. I'm telling you. It's enjoyable. That's a great benefit. So how do you get started? I came in today with some resources. I have a few printouts. I'm going to give it to you. It'll give you a little bit of some history on how you're going to get started on this journey. It actually have a day or two of menu items that you can do. Amen. And start. Amen. Start. Amen. I'll defer to my sister. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, sure. What I noticed was that when I started on my own because I know how we all ate, and I could tell no one was really interested. So I'll saute, my vegetables, and Elijah will come out of his room. What you making? And I'm thinking, some kale, and can I have some? And I'll be thinking, I didn't make enough for all of us, So it got to a point where if I don't make enough, then people start smelling and saying it smells good, and they're digging in. So I said, okay, if I make it now, I'm going to make enough for 5 people, because if not, then I'm short.
Yes.
So eventually, you'll find that people around the house will want to try, and if they try and like it, then they jump in.
It's interesting, we're at main event. So everybody's eating pizza and chicken wings. We ordered some hummus, some celery, and pita bread, right? As soon as they started eating that, everybody wanted to eat the hummus. I'm like, what? You had a choice. People will do that. Once they see the shift, they want to experience this new way of eating. So I have a praise report for you about Igwe, my friend Dimitri. Dimitri, before this journey, he sent me this. And he said, share, because I want people to know. Prior to this journey, these were the symptoms. He felt warm on the inside, frequent fatigue, more frequent headaches, blood pressure 150 plus 93, 150 over 93, chronic cough every 60 to 90 days, hernia pain, foot pain, tightening of chest, and sleeplessness. Fast forward, plant-based nutrition, eating wholesome, right gasoline in your body. Let me see. After 90 days, December 22nd, 209 to 188. No more symptoms described above. 99% of high blood pressure medication only have taken my medication twice in 90 days. No more fatigue, more focus, more energy. Recent readings of blood pressure, December 23rd, 111.73, pulse 81, 119.73, pulse 80, 113.77, pulse 72. It works. It works. Enthusiasm and inspiration. My goal was to inspire you a little bit this morning. But enthusiasm and inspiration and talent will take you so far.
Amen.
It will take discipline. I mean, discipline. I don't mess around. I plan, I travel, and I'll Google the city I'm going to be in. If I can find a plant-based nutrition restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi, you can find it too.
That's true.
You can. You have to plan. Do your research while you're traveling, while you're on the road, and map it out. Don't get hungry like me last night and then fall for KFC. You might.
Amen. Yes, when you're hungry, anything will do. So this is awesome information. Amen.
So I wrap up by saying this. Many restaurants have options for you as well. You can switch the stir fry, take the meat out when you go, eat the vegetables. They are very accommodating today. Every time I've asked, they will figure out a way. I asked them the other day, I'm going to eat my oatmeal. I see you have all cow milk. The calf doesn't even drink his mom's milk. 6 months. I'm a 45-year-old man. I don't think I'll be drinking the cow milk. The calf doesn't drink his own mom's milk after 6 months. I'm 45. I don't drink. I'm sorry. Give me some almond milk. Give me some coconut milk. Give me some rice milk. And I told the lady, and she found me almond milk. Put over my cereal, toasted almond flakes, right? Some bananas, some berries, maple, natural syrup. It was delicious.
Sounds yummy.
It's delicious. I ate them. I just put them on my way out. It was delicious. And finally, you may leave today and go home, and you may think about it. I remember a quick story about a football team. that lost every game that they never played. And this rich oil tycoon guy in town came to them and said, hey, when I wore the jersey you're wearing today, I always performed. And this rivals down the city somewhere that you're going to play tomorrow, I want you guys to beat them. I'm going to buy you guys a brand new track, every one of you, if you beat them. Every child, every high school kid on that team was excited. They actually took pictures of the truck he was going to be buying. They posted it in their rooms and pumped up. And they were so pumped up to go and engage these rivals in the football game. Guess what happened? They played. And guess what happened? They lost 38-0. It's not good enough to take it and go put it on the wall and hope that you're going to accomplish winning the game. You got to do something. You got to have some discipline of practice multiple times and keep practicing. Hanging on the wall was not going to win the game. So I urge you today, when you go, it will take some discipline.
Amen.
Discipline.
Amen.
Discipline.
Amen.
So I pray as we end this year that God, that's my prayer on my prayer meeting on Friday, that this discipline I found in how I eat and this lifestyle I've adopted, may it bleed into my marriage. May it bleed in how I serve God. May it bleed in how I raise my children. That discipline. Because if I can take that discipline that I have developed into all aspects of my life, I'll be a force to reckon with. I'm telling you.
Amen.
And that's what I pray. For me, for you, your children, and for everyone that is sitting here today, that discipline is what I pray. Paul said it. He said in 1 Corinthians 9:24, he said that all of us are going to run the race, but the one who will win is going to be only one. And he gets the prize because he's disciplined himself in training to accomplish that. That's what I urge you to go do. And I pray that you're able to do that. In Jesus' name.
Amen. 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 Thank you so much.
So 30-day challenge, it will come. I would meet you after service. I need the ones who want to sign up, see me. We'll create a group.